Earlier this month, 100 female beauticians protested against home service firm Urban Company. They called out the unfair trade practices, working conditions, and lack of insurance at the company. But actually, it's not just workers at Urban Company. Several service-first companies have faced protests from contractors on the exact same issues. Swiggy delivery workers went on strike in Chennai, Hyderabad, and Noida, protesting against a decrease in pay and removal of monthly incentives amidst the pandemic. Ride-hailing companies like Ola and Uber faced similar protests over the 20% commission charged for each ride, even as their business decreased during COVID. The workers have been claiming for a while now that these big service-first companies are taking advantage of them. To address the complaints raised by the protesters, Urban Company shared a detailed statement highlighting how their company works. Business Insider actually compiled a side-by-side of the difference between what the company said and the protesting women said, and there were big differences. For instance, while Urban Company says all its service partners have access to life and accidental insurance coverage, the service professionals say they do not receive any such insurance. So here's the rub. Most of these companies started off in a market desperate for their particular kind of service. Food ordering apps containing all your favorite restaurants like Swiggy and Zomato, ride-sharing apps to get you to a place easily like Uber and Ola. So let's dive deeper into the actual workings of these delivery executives and the drivers of Zomato, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, etc. Firstly, they're brought in as independent contractors. So they technically aren't employees. They aren't given a lot of things that you or I as an employee of a company would expect, like health insurance, paid time off, fixed and sustainable work hours, etc. Secondly, this gig economy, which is the term used for this kind of work, focuses on a base pay, which is mostly based on the deliveries or the rides that you do during a day. So essentially, companies like Urban Company, Uber, and Zomato take a cut of the work that you're doing for them. For example, a reporter for Entracker followed a Zomato delivery guy to experience their workday, and it was harrowing to say the least. The report states that in order for Zomato to continue servicing their high number of orders and in turn increase their revenue, they have to make sure that their 310,000 delivery partners are constantly available. Kumar, the delivery person in the report, explains that Zomato has both direct and indirect ways to encourage its delivery executives to work longer hours. For a long time now, the most direct way has been to offer target-based incentives. But this doesn't necessarily translate into high earnings for the delivery partners. Kumar goes on to explain what this actually means. Currently, every order that a Zomato delivery executive fulfills counts as 2 touch points. There's an incentive to hit 24 touch points to make an extra 200 rupees. This means completing 12 deliveries. They make an extra $800 for 22 deliveries or 44 touch points in one day. Puri raat gisna padta hai. You have to toil throughout the night, said Kumar, talking about the effort it takes to deliver 22 orders in a day. But there are a lot of hidden conditions in these incentives as well. For instance, the 200 rupees is subject to the delivery person not cancelling a single order and completing every single delivery. They also have a mandate to be logged in to the Zomato app between 7 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. Now, the incentives are a direct way to get workers to work more, but there are other indirect ways, like Zomato showing the partners rankings of other delivery workers when compared to them in a given location over a week. Kumar said that these features bring about a sense of competitiveness but doesn't really yield any financial benefits. When you see this list of top performers, you also want to be on the top of that list. There are no incentives if you are a top performer in a week, but it obviously feels nice to see your photo there because the other riders can also see it. Kumar also said that Zomato favors partners who are willing to spend more money out of their own pockets, like spending 4,000 rupees, which Kumar had to do to purchase a big Zomato branded plastic box, which was attached to his bike. Although Entracker couldn't independently confirm this, Kumar stated that before he bought the box, he used to get an order ping every 10 to 15 minutes. But after he bought the box, he would get one every 2 to 3 minutes, which is a pretty big difference. Zomato eventually repays the amount for the plastic box in weekly installments of $400 each, but only if the delivery partner has worked a minimum 20 hours in that given week between 7 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Furthermore, the partners have to pay Zomato $2,000 when they join to get their red delivery shirt. They have to pay for their own petrol, tolls, bike maintenance, etc. Gig workers have often pointed out that there's no security for work like this, especially during times where the economy itself is suffering. These conditions also massively affect the mental and physical health of the workers. Scroll interviewed Arif, a high school graduate with a young family. He's been working with Ola for about 3 years. He explained that his health declined in these years and blamed the working conditions. When I started driving, I would begin at 7 a.m. and work till 11 p.m. or midnight. Long hours meant disturbed meal routines and that led to acidity and body ache. I didn't even have time to take a toilet break. I was back on the road just a day after performing my mother's last rites, delivering orders for Swiggy. Dhirendra Singh had told Intracker. Singh had been a delivery person with Swiggy for about 2 years. We often go to houses of people who have been infected by COVID to deliver food, and while we make sure not to come in contact, you can never really be too sure. Ranjan Sinha, whose name was changed on request, was a delivery person with Zomato, and he mentioned this to Intracker. I really feel the company should be offering us PPE kits. During COVID, there were a number of stories just like this. He had to have surgery to remove his appendix, which cost him around 80,000 rupees, and ate into the 20 installments he owes his bank on a 2 lakh car loan, all of which is not covered by medical insurance because these companies don't offer it. Companies like Zomato and Swiggy are now minting money. Zomato just IPO'd for billions, while Uber, a stakeholder in Zomato, also made a killing of about 9,000 crores. All this while the discontent among their employees is steadily rising. In Urban Company's case, the service executives like AC repair people, beauticians, and others are directly getting in touch with repeat customers and cutting Urban Company out of the transaction completely. Executives have felt that they wouldn't feel the need to do this had they not felt shortchanged by the company. Recently, there was a concern after Grofers, a pickup and delivery app, shared a tweet by a happy customer saying that their delivery was done in 13 minutes. Imagine 13 minutes to receive the order, get it packed by a store clerk, pick it up, beat traffic to deliver it, find the address, and get it to the customer's doorstep. It's almost inhumane. What do they think? He's this guy. To make matters worse, Grofers CEO Albinder Dinsa replied to the tweet saying that it's 3 minutes too long. Oh yeah, and a lot of the equipment they use, be it like razors, cleaning equipment, cars, etc., they have to get on their own. Or they buy it from the company, which employees claim sells it at a much higher rate. Think about how it would affect your work if your company didn't provide essentials, like say your laptop or your computer. Because of all these conditions, workers have been protesting all over the place for the last few years. Just last month, a petition was filed in the Supreme Court by gig workers from Ola, Uber, Swiggy, and Zomato, asking for some sort of social security benefits. They feel these companies have violated their rights as gig workers by controlling how they use their platforms, making them work long hours while disproportionately paying them for their work. And similar to how we've been in the past, noting Amazon's horrible treatment of their factory workers and their drivers, we need to acknowledge that these companies are not doing right by their employees. Contractors. There needs to be a drastic change in the working conditions for these people who literally help the city run smoothly. And it's something to really think about when you order your next burger on Zomato or when you book your next Uber. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video and you liked what we were talking about, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment, and tell us other things that you'd like us to cover.